All right. Few minutes and we'll get started.
No, you made it.
Yes, I did.
2 a.m. and
I know, I'm insane.
Anna, I'm so proud of you. 2 a.m., huh? Oh my goodness.
Namaste, Ashu Ji.
Namaste, everyone.
I said this morning, I'm always up by 8, except when 8 becomes 9.
All right, welcome everyone. Welcome to Hindi University. Really excited to have all of you. Let's get the class started. So, as I always do, let me share my screen. So, to give you a little bit primer about Hindi University, a lot of people have joined lately. So, I want to make sure that you have right information about how to find all the resources about Hindi University. So, as you know, it's our platform to meet every Sunday, 8 a.m. US Pacific time, which is the time in the west coast of the US, and we learn about the Hindi language. And in the past 12 plus years, we have made several Hindi related videos. And based on your level of Hindi, you can join us, and you can find all the details about our Sunday classes just by going to this page, which is like tiny.cc/Hindi University. Okay. There you will find all the links that we are using to join the class on Sunday, and the local time as well. So today we have the daylight saving change, so I added time for some of the countries where you guys are located. If you need more specific help to know what time it is in your country when we start the class, let me know and I'll add it there as well. You can find the details about our Facebook page, the book that we published recently. If you're completely beginner, you can use it. And the book we are following right now, which is Teach Yourself Hindi by Rupert Snell. Okay. And then there are details about how to join the practice sessions that we have on a regular basis. So the time here is written on the California time zone. So you have to really convert the local time, which is in your region, and then you can join. Okay. This is the book that we've been following, Teach Yourself Hindi. We are on chapter number 13. Today we'll be wrapping up chapter number 13 of Teach Yourself Hindi. So if you missed any of the previous classes, this page is pretty good. You can systematically go and cover any of the part that you missed earlier. Okay. Then this is the library that we have, which is where you see all the previous videos that we have stored. Based on the level, you can filter it down, whether you want beginner, intermediate, advanced, based on the topic, which topic you want to brush up, right? Whether it is conjunction, daily routine, how to find genders in Hindi, tenses. So you can simply search and look for those videos, and rather than like going through the entire internet. Okay. So with that in mind, let's get started. Hopefully this is useful for even the existing students as well. So with that, let me, Irkaji, I'll need your help to focus it. Okay, awesome. Let's get started. So as you know, in the previous classes, we covered many topics on chapter number 13. In today's class, I'll be covering and finishing up the chapter number 13, and it will be two topics that are very important, which is two words, which is first one is milna. So we'll be covering many cases of milna. And then the second one is, milna and variations of that. And the second one that gets covered here is lagna. So by the end of this class, my goal is that you guys will be able to understand and speak a lot of the use cases for these two important verbs that we have. Even though we have covered lagna before, I'm sure you'll find the new cases of lagna in this class. Okay, so first we'll do milna and then lagna. Okay, so as always, we'll start with basic cases first, and then we'll increase the complexity of it. Okay, so
Don't speak. Don't speak. Yes.
Okay.
You
So,
don't speak. Yeah.
Any questions, anyone? Right. So milna, the way it works is like when it is used, it can mean several things, and typically it can mean to get, to obtain. Typically we use it to say to meet. Okay, but it can also mean to get, to obtain, to receive. So how do we think about it? How do we wrap our head around it? So let's do the case one as always. Okay, so when you want to use it as like in the past tense, okay, and where you want to really say very simple case, which is मैं मिला. Very simple, right? मैं मिला. What does it mean? Rita ji, when you hear this thing, मैं मिला, very simple. What does it mean?
I met.
I met. Right? No problems here. All you have done is like you conjugated milna and you use it in the past indefinite tense, which is I met. Okay. When somebody asks you, who did you meet? What will you say, Rita ji?
May Kelly Miller.
Okay. Because you're meeting with or with someone, it will be with.
May
Huh?
say.
Very good. So it could be the name and then the postposition say, or it could be
Kelly say
pronoun.
Miller.
Very good, right? It could be aapse mila. So which means I met
you.
You. Awesome. Okay. So all you have done is you use the pronoun and you put postposition with that, right? मैं आपसे मिला. For me, I'll say that. If it is you or female, it would be मैं आपसे. Rita ji, finish it up. It would be मैं
I'm not
आपसे.
used to being picked on so early.
I know. So it will be conjugated from, so for guys it mila.
Oh yeah, so may आपसे मिली.
Very good. Right. So मैं आपसे मिला, मैं आपसे मिली. Okay. For the first one is मैं मिली. Okay, as straightforward as it can be, right? Second case is मैं आपसे मिली, which is like because you meet with someone, so that's why there is a postposition say. Okay.
Wait, Ashu Ji, in that example, if you had I met with you, is that the same thing, or would you put kesat in there somewhere, or no?
No. So I'm just trying to put with there. Like even in English, you're not going to say with you, right? You'll simply say I met you, right? So this is just to explain you why we're putting say, because it's always someone that you meet. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So मैं मिला, just think about it this way when you want to start very basic. Like in the past, you'll say I met. Okay. Something that you do regularly, then you can use present. Like मैं मिलता हूँ. Like हर Sunday मैं आपसे मिलता हूँ. Okay. But here, Rupert Snell is mostly giving past cases. I thought maybe it will be a good idea to focus in this class mostly on past scenarios, right? So very, very basic. Think about it this way. मैं मिला. In this case, we are using it as to meet. I met. Okay. मैं आपसे मिला. When we do case 2, you will see the to get, to obtain, and to receive. Okay. The mila is used in that way. Okay. Let's say you want to say, I didn't meet you. How will you say that? I didn't meet you. I didn't meet you. Let's say. Yirka, you want to give it a try?
I would say मैं आपसे नहीं मिला.
Very good, right? मैं आपसे नहीं. Okay, so it could be like, what you can say, मैं सैन फ्रांसिस्को आया, मुझे बहुत दुख है, आशु जी, मैं आपसे नहीं मिला. Okay, I came to San Francisco. I'm really sorry, I did not meet you. Okay, let me say it again. मैं सैन फ्रांसिस्को आया, which is I came to San Francisco. मुझे दुख है, I'm sorry that कि मैं आपसे नहीं मिला. Okay. Just continue to follow this thread, right? मैं मिला, मैं आपसे मिला. Okay, where you are adding who are you meeting. In this case, you are just adding negative there, right? मैं आपसे नहीं मिला. Okay. Then you can say in the conversation that, Ashu ji, मैं आपसे नहीं मिला, but I didn't meet anyone. How will you say that? Let's see, Sophia, you want to give it a try? I know it's early morning. I didn't meet anyone.
मैं कोई नहीं मिला. मैं
Try
कोई
one more time. It's close. मैं
कोई नहीं से मिला.
कोई नहीं plus say will be
कौन से नहीं मिला.
okay. So I think it's almost close. Okay, मैं almost.
किसी से
Very good, right? मैं
Right.
see that, right? मैं किसी से नहीं मिला. For me, for you, it will be मैं किसी से नहीं मिली, right? I didn't meet with anyone. Okay, so just remember that. मैं किसी से. So here, there was no, you were not really indicating, right? You were indicating a pronoun which say, it could be a name plus say as well. मैं कैली से मिला और मैं इरका से मिला और मैं सोफिया से मिला. Okay, मैं आपसे नहीं मिला. And then this is like using interrogative with say. So कोई plus say it becomes किसी से, right? मैं किसी से नहीं मिला. Now let's change it. Okay. Let me put it a different way. Like you guys, you come, some of you come to San Francisco, and I want to say, why didn't you meet me? Why didn't? So take your time, all of you, and write it down. Why didn't you meet me? How will you say that? All of you, I want you to break it down. Start with simple, and then how will you say this in Hindi? Why didn't you meet me? It's slightly hard, but it's not like not doable. I am sure you can do this one. Okay, awesome. Try not to look at anybody else's answer. I know it's hard, but okay. Nandini ji, what do you think? Why didn't you meet me?
आप क्यों मुझसे नहीं मिला और I wrote as आप मुझसे क्यों नहीं मिले.
Okay, आप मुझसे
क्यों नहीं
मिले. Awesome. Help us break it down for us.
You is आप मुझसे with me. क्यों why नहीं मिले or didn't you.
Yeah. Okay. Great. So आप मिले is you met. Okay. आप मुझसे मिले is you met me. Okay. आप मुझसे नहीं मिले. You didn't meet me. Okay. And then you're putting an interrogative here. Why didn't you meet me? Okay. आप मुझसे क्यों नहीं मिले? Okay. Anyone else who came up with the different variations of it would like to share their thoughts?
Ashu Ji, it's Anya speaking. Would it be incorrect if we say क्यों आप मुझसे नहीं मिले?
People say that in a regular daily conversation. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. But when you say like the interrogative in the beginning, typically it becomes like a yes and no type of a question. Like kya, when you put in the beginning, right? It becomes a yes or no, right? I mean, kya aap roti khate hain, right? But to be perfectly honest with you, Hindi speakers do that. Like, you can put aap kyun mujhse, you can put kyun here, after here, even after aap mujhse nahi mile, kyun?
Okay.
Really how I'm delivering it and what my tone is. Okay. Typically you'll put it here. Aap mujhse kyun nahi mile? But to relieve your concern, yes, you can put it wherever. You just have to do the delivery in that manner then. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Anyone else? Any questions?
Ashu Ji, could you tell why it was Mile? I thought the same thing, but I thought it was Mili for some reason. But why was it Mile?
Who would like to answer that?
Because of op.
Yeah.
It takes on the plural Malay.
But
right.
isn't that Mile for us? Like, isn't that talking about us? No.
Yeah, that is true. But aap, you want to give respect, right? I mean, you know, and that's why it's like aap mujhse kyun nahi
Okay,
mile?
okay. Yeah. Thank
Awesome.
you.
Yeah. Anyone else? Any questions? Okay, awesome. So same thing. I have one more example here, which is with aap Ron se kyun nahi mile? Why didn't you meet Ron? Right. I mean, that's similar, thought process there. Okay. Now the homework here is nothing but like think about right now we've used mila only in the past case. Okay. I want you to all the examples that we did, think about it if we can use it in the present tense as well as in the future. Okay, that's a small homework. Okay, you can say like मैं आपसे नहीं मिलूंगा. I won't meet you. Okay, that's an example to give you. But I want you to look at all the examples with it, and again think about if we can use them in present tense, and if yes, how, and if we can use them in future, how will we use it? Okay, so now this is the case one where milna is typically used to meet someone. Now we will do the other cases of what do we mean by it, or can it mean something else? Okay, this one is interesting actually, and in the last so many videos, even I haven't covered it, so I'm really excited that we'll do something new here. Okay, so let's say when you receive something, okay, you can use it. So what do you receive? Example could be your letter, right? Your email. I can receive your email, or I can receive something like your fax, right? Your fax, your blessings. Like you typically you say I received your blessings, right? Or it could be you received a paycheck, right? For all of those, let's see how it fits well. Okay, so let's see your letter. How do we say that? And I'm going to start with very simple, and then we'll increase the complexity here. Sunita, what do you think? Your letter. How will you say that in Hindi?
मैं भूल गई
Okay,
पत्र
your is
आपका पत्र
very good. आपका पत्र. आप नहीं भूली. Okay, आपका पत्र. Good. Right. आपका पत्र. Okay. Now you want to say received your letter. I'm purposely omitting I. Received your letter, or your letter was received. How will you say that? आपका पत्र.
मैंने आपका पत्र मिला
Okay, very good. Right now, don't worry about what will come before that. आपका पत्र मिला. Okay, आपका पत्र मिला. Your letter, when you put I, you are on the receiving side. The subject is receiving it. So you will be putting which post position for the subject? It will be मैं plus.
को
Yeah,
okay मुझको
very good, right? So I'm deliberately not putting मुझको here just to keep it simple. So it will be आपका पत्र मिला. Okay, आपका पत्र मिला. Okay, why मिला here? Why not मिली or मिले?
because of patre which is
Yes.
masculine I guess. Yeah.
That's right. Because it's patra, which is masculine. Okay. Same thing. Yirka, how will you say? I received your email.
You mean the whole sentence?
Yeah, let's say the whole sentence.
Okay. मैंने no, sorry. मुझको आपका email मिला.
Okay, so you can say आपकी email मिली. If you want to say email as a feminine, okay. Thought process absolutely correct. Okay. Ted, I received your fax. Or I didn't receive your fax. Why don't we do some variation?
Fax.
Yeah, just say fax.
Okay. मुझे आपका fax नहीं मिला.
Very good, right? So मुझे, I'm gonna just remove मुझे. So fax nahi mila. Okay, and same thing along the same line, like if you want to be dramatic, okay, and then if somebody is claiming that they send the fax and you're like, what are you talking about? I didn't receive any fax. How will you say that?
मुझे कोई fax नहीं मिला.
Very good. And you are already in India, right? So you know how they sometimes have the rhyming word along with fax, they put
Vax or something.
yeah, there you go. How do you say that? Say it again. Say it again. There you go.
मुझे कोई fax नहीं मिला.
Great. मुझे कोई fax back नहीं मिला. Okay. Same thing here, and this is a very interesting one, right? That's only experience it when you are there, right? So मुझे कोई email, V-mail नहीं मिली.
I've heard pani, vani.
Yeah, pani vani. Okay. Patra vatra, right? So it's the word, and you just put va instead of how it is starting with. So patra, remove pa, just put va, patra vatra. Okay. Email, V-mail, fax, wax. Okay. I'm sure you probably guys discuss it in your practice sessions as well, but I thought it would be okay. Taraji, you want to say your blessings? You have to unmute yourself. I think you are saying, yeah.
मुझे आपका आशीर्वाद नहीं मिला.
Okay, or if it is received positive, it would be?
आपका आशीर्वाद नहीं मिला.
Okay, if it is you received, it's you great. You're saying if you didn't receive it, आपका आशीर्वाद नहीं मिला, and if it is received, आपका आशीर्वाद मिला. Okay, blessing is आशीर्वाद here. Okay, because it's considered masculine, it's mila. If it is you are using dua, which is the Urdu word, it would be aapki dua mili. Okay. Hopefully it makes sense. And if you see, same thing is used, same verb is used, mila. Okay, milna, which is we used before also, but in this case, it's all about obtain, to receive, to get. That's what it is being used as. Okay, so don't get confused. There are multiple usage of it, and that's what you're trying to highlight here. Okay, you can, if you want to say I receive, like in the US, you receive paycheck twice a month, 2 times a month, right? If you want to say I received my paycheck yesterday, Kelly, how will you say that?
I'm sorry, I was just looking at the other one. So this, can I ask a question before we do this? So that, I mean, because I thought that the structure for received was, okay, mujhko blah blah mila, right? Or mili. So the ones that are just like aapka patra mila is a passive. I'm just looking at that. So it's right, but it would be the same thing if you put it in front of it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead. I was just pausing on that. Tell me, what was the next one you asked me?
I received your paycheck. I received my paycheck yesterday.
Let's see. Mujhko kal apna paycheck. I don't know if it's mila or mili.
Yeah. What do you think?
Paycheck, probably mila.
Okay. Great. So mujhe kal apna, because it's your own, apna paycheck, or
Pesa.
Yeah.
Pesa.
Paycheck mila. Okay. Mujhe kal apna paycheck mila. Okay. If you want to say, if his salary is most commonly used in your place, you can say mujhe kal apni salary mili. Okay. Salary is also like, it's okay to use the English word there. Mujhe kal apni tankha, it's more commonly used in India in Hindi, but this is all good. Any questions, anyone? Okay, I'm gonna just spend more time on it because this is useful and this is important, and I want you to at least remember it. Okay, and I want you to practice it. So let's spend some more time on these cases. So here's this one, right? And I want all of you to think about a scenario. Like right now in pandemic, all of us are doing a lot of e-commerce shopping, okay? And let's say you didn't like something and you returned it, and you didn't receive the refund of that particular item, okay? And you want to call the customer service people and you want to say, I did not receive the refund. I didn't, this is a little bit longer. I didn't receive the refund yet. I want all of you to write down it in Hindi. I didn't receive the refund yet. How will you say that? Start with simple. I didn't receive the refund. In parentheses, it's like of this item. Okay, great. Everyone is going on the right track here. Of this item, refund of this item. So think about it this way. Okay, great. Let's see who would like to give it a try for this one. Anna, I know it's 2:15.
I know. So I would say Mulchko, is it a refund ka item? I don't know if this is right. Ab tak nahi mila.
Okay, great. So mujhe, say it again. Mujhe.
So mujhe refund ka item. I don't know how to say this. Ab tak nahi mila.
Okay, mujhe refund. Simplest would be mujhe refund nahi mila.
Okay, but how do I say yet? Is this not
Yet,
till now?
This one let's put now. Where will you put that? Mujhe refund nahi mila. Mujhe refund.
There, right? Ab tak.
Ab tak. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Ab tak. मुझे अब तक रिफंड नहीं मिला. Sorry, मुझे रिफंड अब तक नहीं मिला. और you can put it here also. मुझे अब तक रिफंड नहीं मिला. Okay. Of this item.
मुझे item का refund, right? I
Okay,
don't know how
that's
to say item.
Iska is the generic one.
Okay.
Okay, which is this item is yeh. Okay. And
Okay.
yeh plus ka is iska, right? Which is the
Okay.
oblique
Okay.
case of yeh. Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
If you want to say generic, you can say मुझे इसका refund अब तक नहीं मिला. Okay.
Okay.
Or you can say मुझे इस and then product का or item का. So you can split इसका into is before, something in between, and then का. इस item
Okay.
का or इस product का. Okay. Or इस machine का if you ordered a machine. Okay. Hopefully it makes sense.
But can you pause there a minute, Ashu Ji, for the iska? So, because I was thinking like is cheese say like the of, but you're just saying you don't think of, you think of it more of like the apostrophe s. Is that what you're saying for the this thing's refund or something?
This thing's that's a good question. You're saying like, you know, do I really think about it as well as like of this item? I don't think of it as an apostrophe s. I think of it as like of this item.
But you don't have say anywhere in there. I guess that's what I was looking for.
There's
Where's
no
that?
say here. No.
Okay.
There's no say here. Yeah. I'm simply thinking about of this item like item ka. Okay. Yep. मुझे इस item का refund नहीं मिला. That's a good question. I can see how this can cause confusion. Okay, great. Yeah.
Instead of ab tak, can we use abhi tak?
Abhi tak. Great question. Can you say instead of ab tak, you can say abhi tak? You can say that.
Okay.
Abhi tak.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Until now. Yes. Okay. So far again, like all the cases that we have in case 2 is about receive. How about I didn't get? The most common one, right? I didn't get any time, or I didn't get the time. Okay, I was so busy, I didn't get time. How will you say that? Jackie, you want to give it a try? I know you're starting new, at least in our class. How will you have to unmute yourself?
So time in this instance, would it be vakt?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So then do
Didn't get time. Just say didn't get time. Didn't
Okay.
get.
So like vakt nahi mila.
Very good. Waqt nahi mila. Okay. You can say samay as well. Samay nahi mila. You can say if you are too confused between the two, you can just say time nahi mila, which is mostly young folks will simply say time nahi mila. Even like you're not even young folks, people are just adopted time also in that, in that vocabulary. But you are right. Waqt and samay are the right one. Okay. Time nahi mila. Or waqt nahi mila. Okay. Let's see the feminine one, right? We've done a lot of masculine one. You want to say, I received scholarship or job. How will you say that? Rita? I'm going to pick up the pace now. So I received the scholarship or I received the naukri job.
Me?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, Mujay, I'm just going to say scholarship, Milli.
Okay, Mujhe scholarship mili. It's a long word for scholarship in Hindi. It's chhatra vritti, but not so, if you use it, it may not. Let me write it down just in case for you. Okay, so chhatra, chhatra is student, right? And
Right.
then vritti is the scholarship. Okay, mujhe scholarship mili. Okay, similarly, if you receive the job, mujhe, go for it, Rita.
Mujay,
Huh?
is it just like calm, like work?
Yeah,
Oh,
you can
Mujay
say.
calm, Mili. But
So
no, but I thought calm is masculine though.
That's right. Calm is masculine. For job, you can either say job or you can say
Okay, I'll just say job.
naukri. Okay.
Naukri, Mili.
Which is naukri mili. Okay. Let's say one of the common thing that happens to all of us, which is like we misplace our keys. Okay, and it's very hard to find them. Okay, the keys that you have, right? Whether it is your car keys or the house keys, and Rupert Snell uses it in some of his conversations as well, right? I'm unable to find the keys. Okay. How will we say that? Like, which is, and I'm going to use the simple one. I didn't find the keys. How will we say that in Hindi? Let's see, all of you. Okay, why don't all of you give it a try on this one? Okay, very good. I didn't get the keys. And now in this case, it can be used in both ways. I didn't find the keys, and if somebody was going to give you the keys and you didn't get it, you can say it in that way as well. So it's really on the context you have to know which is being said. Okay. Budhe, why don't you tell us? How will you say that?
I said, mujhe chabiyan nahi mili.
Very good, right?
I'm not sure. Is it mili when it's plural for the feminine or mile?
Yeah, no, you are right. So mujhe, chabi is one and you are using it as a plural. So mujhe chabiyan nahi, and mili with a nasalized sound here because it's a feminine plural. Okay, mujhe chabiyan nahi mili. Okay, great. Anyone, any questions on milna so far? I hope it's easy. It's an easy topic. So awesome. Now I'll give you another one, which is still part of case 2, where milna is used to convey the meaning of to receive, to get, or to obtain. But like these are the some of the sentences that you can really have it in the back of your mind whenever you are like speaking with someone. Okay, which is basically you are meeting a couple, right? Say, or you're meeting someone, like, and you want to just have this conversation with them, right? Whether you want to know more about them, right? And not really, interrogating, but like, so aap mile is you met, right? And you want to know where did you meet, right? So this is like a very common thing that you, when you have meet your friends, you want to know more, right? So where did you meet? Okay. The second conversation, like, when did you meet? Okay, where did you meet? When did you meet? And how did you meet? Right? This is another one, like, Okay, and these are all like conversation starters for you, right? I mean, when you're meeting your close friends and you see that things have changed, and I want all of you to try it out, to write it down, and then tell me what you guys think. And if anything, you can take this with you after the class and at least try to use it in your conversation next time. Okay, and let's see what do you guys think.
This doesn't have a ta or te, does it?
Say it again.
This doesn't use ta or te or t.
No,
does
this
it?
will not use Thai.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Anyaji, what do you think? Where did you meet? When did you meet? How did you meet?
I would say quand I don't know if I use up or log.
No, you can say both of them. You can say up and low, both of them.
Okay. So it would be
आप
लोग कहाँ मिले?
Very good. आप लोग कहाँ मिले? Great. Second one.
आप लोग कब मिले?
Very good. आप लोग कब मिले? And third one.
आप लोग कैसे मिले?
Yeah. आप लोग कैसे मिले? Great. So I hope all of you came up with the same thing, right? Remember, again, we started with that, right? We mile, we met. I'm sorry, aap mile, you met, okay? And then log is like, a generic word for people, like, like the way you used in slang English also, like you guys or, you folks. And so just like that, like aap log. Even if you don't use it, aap kahan mile, aap kab mile, aap kaise mile. That's correct. Any questions? Anyone?
If I wanted to say, how did you guys meet each other? Could I say, आप लोग एक दूसरे से कैसे मिले?
That's right. So you will just put एक दूसरे से, but you are using with each other. Okay, so I'm going to write it down. एक दूसरे से. With each other. Yeah, that's right. एक दूसरे से कैसे मिले? You can say, you will say that. आप लोग एक दूसरे से कहाँ मिले, कब मिले और कैसे मिले?
Ashu Ji, may I ask a question,
Yeah.
please?
Yeah.
This say doesn't convert it into oblique form. Is that right?
This say एक दूसरे से.
You don't have to say ek dusron or anything.
No.
It doesn't go into oblique.
No, this say doesn't convert, this dusre into.
It's not really like a postposition then.
This is not used as a,
Postposition. It's just with. Okay. Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah. No. This is a good question.
Ashu Ji, can you use साथ में?
एक दूसरे.
Like आप साथ में कैसे मिले?
साथ में can be used in different ways, but not here.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyone else?
Jirka, can I have another question?
Yeah.
Until now we used ko postposition, but why don't we use it here? Can you explain, please?
In which one? In this one?
Like, why don't we say आप लोग को कहाँ मिले? Why do we omit it here?
So, I'm trying to understand, right? Okay, so if you are the recipient of something, you see?
I think I just understood.
What is it? Say now you can explain it to everyone also.
Yeah, this. Yeah, as you said, there's like they both met, but it's not that I met someone.
That's right.
So there's nothing like to me, someone. Yeah, but in this case,
मुझको यिरका मिला, right? I mean, to me, like, for example, मैं कल mall गया, I went to the mall. मुझको यिरका मिला, and that's unintentionally. Like I just bumped onto यिरका. मुझको यिरका मिला, right? That's like I met यिरका. It was not planned, unplanned meeting. Okay. मैं यिरका से मिलता हूँ. That's a planned meeting versus unplanned. मुझको यिरका मिला. Yeah, so there's a subtle difference there.
Understood. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. All right, so let's move on. We have about 17 minutes left. So now I want to focus on the other important word, which is basically lagna. And lagna is pretty vast actually. If you really spend time on it, just lagna, it's a very popular idiomatic expression. We can spend 3-4 lectures, but right now I'll just focus on the most common usage of lagna. If you look at some of the previous videos in the Hindi library tab, you can find 2 more videos about lagna that we covered. Okay, just explicitly on lagna. So in this case, I'm going to go a little bit quickly and I'll cover 3 most commonly used cases of lagna. Okay, so now lagna is a verb that is being used to express feelings, sensations, perceptions, and then judgments, opinions, all of them. Opinions. Okay, that's the most common word that is being used to express your feelings, perceptions, judgments, opinions, and sensations. Okay. Now the most common example that I used in case 1 is, like, let's say you are feeling something. Okay, to me, and then this feeling is arrived or attached. Or is attached. Like something is attached to you. Now that doesn't mean physically attached to you. Like, so let's say you have a feeling of thirst, right? Mujhko, to me, as you know, is main plus to isko. So mujhko, thirst is pyas. Okay. I get thirsty is mujhko pyas lagti hai. Like that's in present tense, like I get thirsty. Okay. I am thirsty. Mujhe pyas lag rahi hai. I am, like, this is like right now I'm getting thirsty. Okay. Mujhe pyas lagti hai, that's your present like indefinite tense. Like, I गर्मियों में मुझे बहुत प्यास लगती है. I get thirsty quite a lot in summers. Okay. If you want to say मुझको प्यास लग रही, that means you are really telling someone that I need to get some water, otherwise I'm dehydrated. Okay. If you want to say something that if you want to use it in the past tense, right? मुझे और मुझको, same thing. मुझे प्यास लगी. Okay, मुझे प्यास लगी. That's basically I got thirsty. Okay, which is I want to do a lot more examples of doing it in the past tense. Right? To me, thirst was attached to me. That's how you will, if you want to really translate it one-on-one in English. Okay. Same thing, like, you can say मुझे ठंड लगी. I'm going to write down all the examples and then I'm going to ask you what does it mean. Okay. मुझे ठंड लगी और मुझे गर्मी लगी. Or you can say मुझे भूख लगी. मुझे भूख लगी. Okay, we have Navneet in the class. Let's see, Navneet. Okay, Navneet, you want to unmute yourself? Okay. So we have some new folks. Tom, you want to? You are not new, but why don't you try it? मुझे ठंड लगी.
Thank you, Ashu Ji. I'm afraid I do not know any of these 3 words that you've given us besides yes.
So let's say ठंड is cold. When I say मुझे प्यास लगी, प्यास is thirst, right?
Yes.
मुझे ठंड लगी, ठंड is cold. So what do you, when somebody is saying like मुझे ठंड लगी, कल मुझे बहुत ठंड लगी, what do you think it will mean to you?
I was cold. Mujhe ठंड लगी.
Yeah, I was cold last night, right? मुझे ठंड लगी. Next one is opposite of ठंड. मुझे गर्मी लगी.
Is it hot or warm, Ashu Ji?
Hot, hot.
Hot.
Yeah, मुझे बहुत गर्मी लगी. Like it was very hot for me. To me, it was very hot. Yeah.
I was hot.
Okay.
By the way, it does not mean the weather was hot. It means that I was hot. It was attached to mujhe, to me.
Yeah, yeah, to me. Yeah. Next one. Bhook is hunger.
Mujhe bhook lagi. I got angry.
No, hunger.
Oh, hungry. I got hungry.
Yeah. So if I am saying I'm hungry, like it will be मुझे भूख लग रही है, right? But yeah, angry is different. Angry is use it slightly differently, but all good. Okay, so मुझे ठंड लगी, मुझे गर्मी लगी, and मुझे भूख लगी. Okay, all of them we're using past form of lagna. Okay, which means it got attached to you. Okay, and because it got attached to you, we are using go with मैं. Okay, to me, hunger was attached. Okay, hopefully this is making sense. Okay, hopefully you guys can. This one we have done it in the past, so this should not be a surprise.
Ashu Ji,
yeah.
Ashu Ji, a really stupid question. Does lagi is female, right?
That's right. Lagi is female.
Does it exist also laga?
That's, you can use laga also. Okay. So
okay. Does it mean then the Tayat and Garmin everything is female? Why do I use lagi?
Because what do you think?
I don't know. I guess it's all female, right?
Which one?
I guess everything is female. What we just used.
That's right. So far,
okay.
whatever you got attached was a female.
Okay.
Now,
right.
what about fear? What about fear? Let's say you watched a horror movie. Okay. How will you say it?
Is this darn? Fear darn?
Yeah.
मुझे darn laga.
Very good. मुझे डर लगा. Okay. मुझे डर लगा. मैंने मूवी देखी और मुझे बहुत डर लगा. Okay. That's your masculine. There you go. Okay. Anyone else has a good example of laga? Let's say you felt very weird. What's the word for weird?
अजीब.
How do you say that?
मुझे अजीब लगा.
Very good. मुझे अजीब लगा. Okay. Why don't you finish it? Let's say this scenario, you met someone and like after meeting them, I felt very weird. How will you say that?
मिलने के बाद मुझे अजीब लगा.
Yeah, उनसे मिलकर. Remember, like there's you can say मिलने के बाद, but
मिलकर, yeah.
मिलकर, yeah. उनसे मिलकर मुझे बहुत अजीब लगा. Okay, उनसे मिलकर, them. Unse is way, right? Way plus say. Way is they, yeah. And then say. Unse, then milna is the verb, which is to meet, that we just learned before. And then the another concept is like after doing that, right? Roti khakar, pani pikar. So unse milkar, mujhe ajeeb laga. Okay. You want to say, I felt very good after meeting them, or just I felt good. How will you say that? opposite of, not opposite, but another one. Dar laga, ajeeb laga, and then?
Acha laga.
Very good. Mujhe acha laga.
Ashu Ji, there's an old song that my family always plays. It's Aapse milkar acha laga.
Yeah, I like this song a lot actually. You guys probably can do it in the breakout room, right? Aapse milkar acha laga. So mujhe acha laga. Okay. Opposite of acha. Who would like to do that? Like when somebody said something to you and you like,
Bura.
Bura.
Bura,
Right?
bura.
Like mujhe bura laga. Like somebody upset you, like they said something negative and you're like, mujhe bahut bura laga, right? Or you can also say mujhe acha nahi laga. Okay, those are all appropriate one. Hopefully this is making sense. Hopefully this is not, I'm not going too far, right? These are all feelings, sensations, sentiments, judgments, opinions, where you can say lagna. Okay, now same thing, but in a you will be using it basically to find out or to say that how did you like something. So I'm going to just keep mujhe acha laga. Okay, and Rupert Snell uses this example as well, like if mujhe acha laga. By the way, I'm using it in past. The homework exercise for you again is to use it in present and in future. Okay, let's say I want to say I like San Francisco, right? Mujhe San Francisco acha lagta hai. Okay, I can say that, right? I mean, so those are all the variations of it, right? Or you can say mujhe yeh shehar acha lagta hai. So mujhe, and let's say you travel to Costa Rica, so mujhe Costa Rica acha laga. Okay, now you can continue the conversation. How did you like Brazil? Kelly, you want to tell us how will you ask this question in Hindi?
Let's see. Let's see. Aapko Kesa Brazil laga? No.
Keep going. Aapko?
I'm just thinking, how did you like Brazil? Oh, wait, no, I don't know. Aapko Kesa laga Brazil? I don't know.
No, you were right.
Brazil Kesa laga.
That's right. Aapko Brazil kaisa laga?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Aapko Brazil kaisa laga? Yeah.
Muito bem.
And again, it's always laga, right? For these, not lagi or lage.
No. So let's say you came to my house and I made chai for you. How will I ask you? Like, how did you like chai?
Oh, you would use lagi.
Yeah.
Aapko chai
Aapko chai kaisi lagi? Right?
Okay.
Aapko chai kaisi lagi? Right. So kaisa will also change to kaisi. Right. Aapko chai kaisi lagi? Right.
Okay. And it's based on the object because the coal blocks.
That's right. Right. So it's aapko Brazil kaisa laga? Aapko India kaisa laga? Okay. Or aapko any place where you're traveling or visiting kaisa laga? Right. Not just the place as you alluded to. It could be anything as well. Right. Aapko chai kaisi lagi? Aapko, like you go to a restaurant, like oftentimes they'll come back to you and like khana kaisa laga? Right. They not say the aapko because that's implied that because they're talking to you, khana kaisa laga? Or even your host, they'll ask you often, khana kaisa laga? Mithai kaisi lagi? Okay, ice cream kaisi lagi? Right? Which is all are basically saying how do you like or how did you like this thing. Okay, you can use it in present as well, like aapko yahan ka khana kaisa lagta hai? Right? How do you like the food at this place?
If we're finishing up 13, are we? Because I understood laga from this standpoint, but they also use it as resemble someone, and that threw me off. We're not going to try to squeeze that in 3 minutes, are we?
No, we'll not do that. It'll be too much too, because lagna is pretty vast topic actually. So I want to really cover the most commonly used ones first, which is still the feelings, sensations, and then like, how did you like something? Okay. I'm going to just squeeze one more topic though here, because I don't want to miss it out. So I'm going to be going a little bit fast. So stay with me. I hope, I'm pretty sure you'll follow it. Okay. I just want to, not leave that here. Okay. It can also be used to, again, it's in the part of our case 3 will be, if you want to say something that will happen, like, I feel or I think it will rain today. Okay. So there you can say, मुझे लगता है. Okay. मुझे लगता है आज बारिश होगी. I feel or I think it will rain today. Okay. मुझे लगता है, like, what's your favorite sport team, Bundev?
That's a good question. I'm gonna have to say Chicago Blackhawks because.
Okay, so you can say मुझे लगता है Chicago Blackhawks आज game जीतेंगे. Okay, so you can put pretty much, huh?
We don't need key, like Mujay like the key.
You can say that मुझे लगता है कि, that's conjunction, right? मुझे लगता है कि, and then whichever sentence, whatever you think.
I just thought because that's one of Kelly's favorite phrases.
What?
That's one of Kelly's.
I heard that.
Right? So मुझे लगता है कि मैच स्पेन जीतेगी. मुझे लगता है, मुझे लगा, and now same thing you can use in the past also. Right? तो मुझे लगा कि you can put आप चाय नहीं पीते. मुझे लगा आप चाय नहीं पीते. Like you came to my house and then you're like, Ashu Ji, you didn't offer me tea. Okay. And I'm like, मुझे लगा, I thought you didn't drink tea. Why wouldn't I offer you? Like, मुझे लगा कि आप चाय नहीं पीती. Okay. So you can put लगा in this case where it is describing again the feeling and the thinking. Okay. That's your case number, again 3. Now I'll wrap it up by giving you some, some key phrases or sentences that you can use to strike the conversation, which is basically आपको, the one that we just covered, आपको something कैसा लगा.
Sorry, Ashu Ji, just the one thing on the mujhe like the heki, isn't that like it seems to me?
It seems to me, that's correct. It's the same. Yeah. That's the correct translation. It seems to me or it appears to me. You're right.
So like instead of using me sochti hum, it's a more like, opinion versus I'm on this. I like really know.
Absolutely right there. That's the right translation of it. Okay. आपको something कैसा लगा. So same thing that I covered. आपको Brazil, that one we covered. Okay. And then if I, कैसा आपको, that's one we did right. Next one is आपको क्या लगा. Okay. आपको क्या, sorry. So if I have to say is आपको कैसा लगता है, आपको क्या लगता है. Okay. And the next one is क्या आपको लगता है. Okay. These are the phrases I want to give you. क्या आपको लगता है. So I know we are 1 minute over, but I want to quickly write down these phrases just so that you can remember it. आपको कैसा लगता है. So this is like something you want to know from someone. आपको Spain कैसा लगता है. How do you like Spain? Okay. आपको क्या लगता है. Let's say you want to just have the conversation, like you expressed your opinion about a topic. Now you want to know somebody else's thought. Like आपको क्या लगता है. What do you think? Okay. क्या आपको लगता है. Do you think? Okay. क्या आपको लगता है आज बारिश होगी. Do you think it's going to rain today? The answer would be yes and no. Okay. क्या आपको लगता है human being Mars पे जा पाएगा, right? Do you think a human will land on Mars, right? I mean, so all those, again, we're using lagna in all the cases. So those are the 2 or 3 most commonly known use cases. We haven't done the resemble one. I have to fit it into one of the lecture. Like the one topic that is left from previous chapter 12. There is one from 13, so I'll find time to club all of them together. But we'll do a short breakout room, okay? Very short one. This is just so that you guys have some time to discuss. And if you have to leave for some reason, don't feel obliged. I mean, this is all good. And the breakout room, the homework really is for you to discuss 13b3 from this chapter, which is an exercise on page number 174. Okay, and which is you're advising advise a traveler. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, you can use it in the homework or you can use it in the breakout room. And if you want to have a light breakout room, either this is the option, one of the option to do it in the breakout room, and the other one is just reflect some of your thoughts on today's topic and talk to your colleagues about it. Okay, so with that, I'm gonna stop the